everyone, I'm Laura from gosimpli.ca, and this is Boot, who is very curious about what is going on in the room today, so she may be in and out. Today we are going to do some upper body supersets, so you will need a set of dumbbells. I'm going to go through both a warm-up and a cool-down, so make sure you stick around at the end for the cool-down, and yeah, we'll be getting started in just a minute with our warm-up, so grab what you need and meet me back here. So our first warm-up exercise is just going to be arm circles. We're just going to do one side so that we can get some nice big rotation here. And I'm just going forwards and backwards and alternating through. And Boo is at my feet here. She's just off camera, but you might be able to hear her because she's very loud when she purrs. And she purrs at everything. I don't know if you have cats or if you even like cats, but if you do, we're going to switch to the other arm here in a minute. If you do, and your cat purrs all the time, and I mean all the time, like we take her to the vet and she purrs, we pick her up and she purrs, we interrupt her sleeping and she purrs. We're not really sure if she knows what purring means, or maybe I'm misinterpreting what purring means, but she purrs all the time. We do have another kitty. She's a little bit more shy. Her name is Mittens. She may or may not come in. We'll see. Okay, so now we're just going to do a pull down and then rotate and then back and push up. And just nice and slow, we're warming up the rotator cuff here as well as our shoulders. Well, the rotator cuff is part of the shoulder. And Boot is now over by, she can hear the timer that I have set up on the floor there, and she's wondering what that beeping noise is. She's been in this room many times, but just not when I'm taping. Okay, and then we're just going to do some swing both arms up, way overhead, and then stretch them behind you a bit as well. And you can go a little bit faster, but try not to go like super fast. You don't want to pull anything accidentally. Boot, you're kind of in front of my timer. Now I can't see it. And then we're just going to do some cross swings. So I'm trying to remember to put one arm over top of the other. And this is our last little warm-up exercise here. And we're going to make sure that we have our weights with us in case you didn't grab them before. And we will get into the workout a little bit more. Excellent. So make sure that you have your weights with you. We're doing supersets, so we have pairs of exercises, and we're going to start with an arm raise to the side, bent arms, so like they're bent at a 90-degree angle, and go up to the side and back down, and then push out in front of you. So we're doing supersets, so we're going to put two exercises together. We're going to pair exercises, and we're going to do them each pair 3 times. So we'll go back and forth between them. So exercise A, then exercise B, then back to exercise A, and then B again, and then one more time, A and then B. And we're going to do them each for 45 seconds with a 15-second rest in between. And that should really burn out the arms. Excellent. So now you can just put the weights down for a minute. You can put them all the way down on the floor if you want to. Next, we're going to do an upright row. So we're just going to pull them right up under our chin and then release them back down. So pull up and then release down. And try and make sure that your posture is nice, and that, oh, hello Boot. She loves chairs. Yes, I see you. She's purring. In case you were wondering, she is in fact purring. Maybe she would like to do some weightlifting too. Are you trying to get stronger, Boot, by climbing the back of the chair? She may end up moving the curtains and jumping behind them, but that's okay. we'll just do our best to work out with her. This is why I don't often have the door open. She really likes to get in around you. It's very sweet, it is. But you do have to be careful that you don't step on her. When I'm doing cardio, she's a tripping hazard. So I definitely keep the door closed. Okay, so we're going back to the first exercise, which is the arms out to the side and down, and then push out and pull back in. So out to the side, back, and push and in. And this one really gets your abdominals as well, especially when you're doing that push out in front of you. So you need to make sure that that belly button is definitely pulled right into the spine. And that the whole core is nice and firm. Your spine is stacked one vertebra on top of the other. And I am definitely feeling this. I'm always working on upper body strength because I'm not super strong in the upper body. I mean, I'm pleased with the strength that I have, but I definitely don't want to lose it as I get older. I want to remain as strong as I can in the upper body. And it does tend to be harder for women to build upper body strength and to maintain it through our life. So next up is our upright row again. So pull them up and down. I'm not sure if you can hear the beeps from my timer in the video. I always try to cue you, but if you do hear the beeps, when it gets to the 3 beeps, the sort of beep, 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 that means the end is there and it's becoming our rest period. So, if you can hear them. At one point I did have the beeps on and many people said they were super loud. So I turn them down a lot, but now I'm not sure if you can hear or not. You can let me know in the comments below. Okay, and we're going to go through those one more time. We actually only have 6 different exercises that we're doing, but because we're doing them all in the Superset 3 times, this is a full 23-minute workout. So bent arm and back, and push out and in. Boot. I have my kids' artwork all the way from preschool through now. They're nearly off to high school, if you can believe that. I can't believe it. But I keep posting new artwork every year all over the walls in here, which is why I have to cover the walls with curtains. It's an unfinished room anyways, but it is plastered with my children's artwork. And Boot, being the kitty that she is, loves to play with little pieces that are hanging off it, or jump up and touch it and all the rest. So you may hear her picking at things. Excellent. So we are done with that one move, but we still have the upright row to go before we finish this section, this pairing, and move on to the next one. So back to the upright row. So just right up under the chin here. This one also, in fact, most of the seated upper body weights engages the core as well. Some of them more than others, but they all definitely do get the core engaged. So it's a great way to do weights. The core becomes more involved when we're sitting because we're not using our glutes the same way or our legs the same way for stability. So the core and the back have to work even harder to maintain. Excellent. So now we are going to do some in and out bicep curls. So that simply means we're going to curl out to the side once and then in front once. Okay, so in just a few seconds we will start that. Okay, so out to the side and then to the front. And then out to the side and to the front. So we're in our second pairing here. And we're going to do each of these 3 times. And like I said, we are really burning out those muscles. This is a great way to give them an excellent toning, shaping, and if you're lifting heavy enough, building muscle. I like doing supersets. Okay, so I'm going to put one weight down. Next up, we are going to do a halo around to the back, then a tricep, then continue the halo to the front. Okay, so it's kind of a kettlebell exercise. So go to the back, tricep extension, and to the front. So you can do it with 2 weights. It's a little tricky, and you certainly don't want to hit yourself in the head. And I could use a heavier weight at this point. I just don't have it right here with me. So I would have to, I do have a set right over here to the side. Not the really big ones. Those are my husband's. I don't lift those. They don't even start until like 15 pounds or something like that. So I could use them for maybe some squats and stuff. But seeing as for my arms, I tend to use 5, 10, 12. I definitely maybe some 12s. But I don't know that I have really ever used 15 for my upper body. I'm just not. I'm a small person. So this is our rest. We're going to go back to those in and out bicep curls. Like, I'm not very tall, so I'm not very big that way. So again, out and then in, and just go back and forth. This way they're both working the biceps, but it's just a little bit differently. A little bit of a different angle of the muscle when you go to the side versus in the front, and that's good. We want to get these muscles from a variety of different angles so that they become very well-rounded and shapely muscles. If we always work them in the same motion, we are much more prone to injury because we don't always move our arms in real life in the same way. We're constantly picking things up, putting things down, twisting to the side. So, and here's our rest. So we need to work our muscles when we're trying to build them and maintain them in a variety of different ways so that in real life they're prepared for that. So we need to do them a little bit different. So again, around the head, tricep extension, and then to the front. If we don't, we run the risk, as I was saying, of injury. And as little kids, we do this because we're outside playing and we're running around and going in different directions and picking up weird things. And then in adulthood, we don't. So we need to do it with our exercise. If we do the same thing all the time, that's what our muscles get very good at. And then unfortunately, there's these little kinks or little weak spots in the chain where they don't get worked. So that's why we change things up often. It's good for the brain to keep things from getting stagnant, and it's good for the muscles. Okay, this is our rest. I was just finishing that rep. We're going back to those in and out curls. It's the last time that we're going through both of these. So curl out and then in. Oh, here comes Boot again. She's just in and out all over the place. So I really like doing the same move from just a little bit of a different angle, just for, it's nice because the muscle gets a really nicer shape, but it's the injury prevention that I'm really after at this point in my life. Injury is not fun, and aging is not for the faint of heart. So we can prepare for it as best we can, and then there's also some luck in aging. Unfortunately, we can't prepare for everything. Okay, and then the last halo with tricep extension. So we're just having a little break. That's my weight. Yeah. So again, tricep extension, and roll it around one direction, and tricep extension, and roll it around the other way. So you'll have to let me know if there's any exercises that you really like, or any ones that you really don't like. Like specific exercises, not just, oh, I really love when we do upper body weights, but which exercises do you like? Do you like curls? Do you like rows? Do you have any interesting ones that you've tried that you haven't seen on the channel that you think I should try? I know a lot of you work out beyond just the videos that I do. And what do you do? Okay. Now we're going to do an Arnold press. This is the next set. So an Arnold press is the weights here, and we're going to pull them up, and we're going to do a rotation at the top. So we're going to add that rotation, and then bring them back down. And again, because we are rotating the arm as we do this, we're getting the muscles just a little bit different angle every time. So with all of these exercises, I tried to, add just a little bit of a twist to them. I have to, there, that's a little better. I was sitting a little too forward on my chair there. I'm actually thankful that this is the last set because I am really feeling this today. Okay, and now we have our rest, and we're going to do a bent over row, and we're going to alternate between doing a narrow row and then one wide row. Okay? So we're just bent over at the waist here, and we're trying to think of leading with your elbows. And it's the back that we're like working here. So we want to make sure that those shoulder blades are squeezing up and then squeezing together. And when we're leaning forward, we're not just like slouching over our knees. We should have good posture still. That core should still be pulled in. You can even squeeze your glutes a bit. That'll help to protect your lower back. Just a few more seconds here and we'll get a rest. Excellent. So we will go back to that Arnold press with the rotation at the top. After we take a little break, my arms are ready for like stretching out. We're almost there. Okay, so press and rotate and bring it back down. I also need to ask, would you like some videos where I don't speak at all? I just have music and you would see a little picture in the corner of what exercise is coming up next, and then have me not speak at all? Or do you like it when I speak through the whole video? I definitely want to do things that that you like. I want to do things that you would like to see on the channel. Okay, just a few more seconds here. Good. So we'll go back to that bent over narrow row, alternating with the wide row. My channel has changed over the years, as I have changed, and I definitely, so again, it's a narrow row and then a wide row. I have definitely become more focused on aging well, injury prevention, coming back after injuries or illness or being away from exercise for a period of time. Because these are the things that have become very important to me. I love working out. I love working out daily. I do it because it makes me feel good, and I also do it because, my children are getting more and more strong, and I want to be able to keep up with them as best I can. And now that I am getting older, I'm also thinking beyond just the next 5 years. Okay, here's our rest, and then we'll go back to the Arnold press. And so I'm thinking of a time when I will hopefully have grandchildren, and when my husband and I will be retired, and I want to be able to keep moving. Okay, so Arnold press with a twist, and moving as well as I can, so moving well, and be able to take part in all those things that active, happy, retired couples do. And I know now, as I have grown up over the decades, that in order to have that time, I need to make sure that I take care of me now so that future me is in good position, right? And it's something you don't necessarily think until you until you age some yourself and you're like, wow, I don't heal nearly as quickly as I used to, or and I get sick, it really wipes me out for a good amount of time. So I'm just preparing as best I can. So we have one more narrow and wide row. We're almost near the end. I believe after this, we're going to be cooling down and stretching it out. So why do you work out? You can let me know. That will help me as well to know what kind of workouts to do. Why do you work out? Do you work out because you enjoy the endorphin boost? Do you work out because you're trying to get over an injury? Do you work out because you know you should? You don't necessarily enjoy it, but like you should. And you know, do you work out because you want to look a certain way? Do you work out because you know, you're thinking of getting older and you want to be able to move then? What are the reasons that you work out? Just a few more seconds here. That cool down is coming. Excellent job. So put those weights down. And we're going to start with a tricep stretch. So one arm over your head and push down. So that arm is going between your shoulder blades at the back there. And just hold it. Oh, I made these stretches very short. Okay, switch sides. I meant to make them for 30 seconds each. So if this isn't a long enough stretch for you, I'll try to remember to put another upper body cool down in this video, because I set the timer for only 15 seconds each and normally I would do 30. Okay, so cross to the other side. Maybe you like a very quick stretch, but I know it's better for our muscles to hold them longer. So I'll try to remember to put another cool down video link in the description below. And let's switch to the other side. I mean, this is certainly better than nothing if this is all the time you have. Don't feel bad about it. Just try to do more stretching on another time. Okay, and then we're going to do a cat-cow. So really you're just bending forward and then arching the back and bending, arching. And then we're just going to do some side bends. So just reach to one side and then reach to the other. And this is not a fast movement. You're stretching out the side there, stretching out, well, you know, all in through the armpit. Excellent. So like I said, that was a very fast cool down. I will do my best to remember to add another cool down so that if you want more, you can do more. Please, in the comments, let me know why you work out. That will help me to pick new things to tape for you. Let me know the reasons that you work out and what kind of exercises you like. Have a great day. Great job for finishing this one. That was a tough one. You should feel very proud. See you later.